Alright guys, welcome back for another video on HAIKYU Fly High. Yesterday I posted a video about future banner recommendations, and in case you guys didn't see that video, I will link it in the comment section, so you guys do check it out please. But someone did comment that they actually want to see the top ranking teams on the JP with Taiwan server, so that's what this video is going to be about. Now just to clarify, this first of all is on Taiwan server, that's where my account is, and also the other thing I want to show you guys is that in the end game there's actually 3 versus 3 as well. Okay, so I can't actually show you guys the leaderboard for this, or at least I haven't found a way to show you guys, because if I just click on them, it doesn't actually have that option to see the 3 teams they have. However, obviously towards endgame, you will be required to fill in not just 1 team, but actually 3 teams for PvP. So I can't show you guys that unfortunately, but just bear that in mind, you will be needing multiple teams as we actually get this feature finally on global. But for the time being, I'll just show you guys the single PvP team and the top ranking players here. Now, I think the leaderboard shows all top 100, but I'm not going to go through all of them. Let's just take a look at the top 20 or 30 and see whether we can find any patterns, okay? So starting off with the top guy. The other thing also I have to just clarify. This is the leaderboard, and it's for PvP, where you can actually spend diamonds to actually buy extra attempts, etc. So obviously everyone here is going to be pay to win heavy, and all of the characters are going to be, just imagine they're all max dupe, okay? Now, let's start off with the top guy. So this one is quick spike team with Yu Kageyama. They actually have a school bond for the Karasuna as well, so that's kind of why they decided to opt in for SSR version of Daichi, even though obviously his team power rating is actually going to be a lot higher than UR or SP character, but they're opting in for that, okay? So clearly you can still go for a school bond based team rather than full UR or SP, and this is top of the leaderboard as well. Okay, let's take a look at the second guy. Oh, actually, I just want to check the power rating. So this is 248k. This is 246k. Okay, so that basically means even if you do actually play with an SSR character, you can still get your team rating very, very high and comparable. So that's quite nice, okay? Now, the second guy, we have, this is a receiving team, and there's no school bond, which kind of makes sense because if you actually want to go for a Nekoma school bond, you're then forced to bring in Lief, who's actually, I mean, he's decent, but he's just nothing compared to any like UR or SP characters. So I guess it's a good choice here of not actually going in for a Nekoma team, even when you're playing receiving with SP Kenma. Something else you may have already noticed is that the 2 characters I mentioned yesterday, Hirogami and Horoshimi, they're always paired up together, okay? So let me just check the first guy. They have both of them together, okay? And then the second guy, they have both of them together. Let's check out the third guy. Once again, they have them together, okay, as well. So that's kind of what I meant by yesterday. Those 2 are kind of a must pull. Like no matter what kind of team you'll be playing, you will be kind of pulling on the both of them because they kind of act as a duo with their bond, and you just plug in and play into any team you want. And then the third team, this is a power spike team, and using Orakawa as well. So once again, those duo, we have seen already them being played in receiving team, them being played in a quick spike team, and also in power spike team now, okay? So this is basically based on Ushijima and also Orakawa combo here. What's the first guy? What's the opposite? Oh, opposite head is Daichi because they're going for school bond. Second guy, Ushijima, okay? So you can see Ushijima still being played a lot. Then the third guy here, we have the opposite head is still Ushijima. Once again, you get the steal, and once again, you get Orakawa as the power setter as well. So definitely you can see Ushijima is not going to fall off, okay? And also Orakawa is still going to be very, very strong. So don't believe anything where people say Orakawa is just not good. He is clearly still very meta. Okay, then we move on to, this is number 4 we just saw, so the Orakawa power spike. This is number 5. This is not the power spike, but instead what they're actually going for is actually the trio of the latest SP characters. So you basically have the trio of Bokuto, Asahi, and also Aeon. So those 3, they have very strong bond together, so that's kind of what you're seeing them being played together. And as you can see, there's no school bond here. And in fact, I think that was also the case for the second ranked team. Yeah, there's no school bond here. And also the third ranked team. So they basically neglected school bond, and instead we just went for full UR. Then let's check out the third guy. Once again, you go for that trio here together with Ushijima as opposite header. So once again, Ushijima is not going to fall off, okay? Number 7, we see the same pattern again. This trio, okay? This trio of the summer characters. You also get this duo of Hirogami and Horoshimi. And then you have the opposite header of Ushijima. Number 8, power spike team again. Once again, those trio. Number 9, this is a receiving team. You still have Yushijima as your opposite hitter. You have that duo here, so you can see once again this is a very common pattern. Number 11. Wait, did we go through number 10? No, we haven't. This is a power spike team with Orakawa. So once again, you get this duo, and then you get Orakawa and Yushijima. Another mid blocker you're probably seeing a lot is going to be, oh, this is the SSR version of Hinata. That's interesting. I guess because the mid blocker position, you'll just be swapping out with Liberal, it doesn't matter that much. But another character you probably have seen a lot is actually going to be the SP version of Hinata. He's also getting played a lot, okay? The number 11. Oh, this is actually a blocking team, which is quite interesting. So Sugawari, for those of you guys who don't know, his SP version is not actually power spike like his SR version. It's actually going to be a blocking style, blocking specialty setter. So essentially, he is going to be the second blocking setter after the one from Date Tech. So this is actually the first blocking team we see, and if we take a look at the formation, once again you get those duo because they both have blocking moves, which is nice. So you almost have this 3 front line of blockers, and then obviously at the back you have Yushijima again, then you have the SP version Hinata, and then Sakusa. So those are the 2 latest character, the 2 latest UR character, which were added, and they actually have power rating similar to SP due to that SP backlash I mentioned in yesterday's video, okay? Then number 12, we have, this is a quick spiking team, and here you can see we actually have Kageyama, and then this is also Osama, and that's what I meant by yesterday. Even if you have Osama, you don't actually have to play the Mia twins. This is actually a bit more versatile than the setter because you can play him in all kind of quick spiking team because he's the only opposite hitter who is capable of doing quick spike. So that's kind of what you'll be seeing here. And once again, you see this duo, so they are very, very important. I think as long as you don't play the trio of the 3 SP characters, those duo will almost always be in the team. And by the trio of SP character, I mean those 3, okay? The 3 Summer Beach Party sim. Oh, and this one, you still have this duo. So they pretty much just, go in anyway. And Yushijima, as you can see, is pretty much always going to be the opposite hitter of choice. It will always be the opposite hitter of choice if you're doing power spike. And for what we have seen so far, for any blocking style teams and also for quick spike, you still, and receiving, you still tend to opt in for Yushijima as well. Then this is a quick spike team. However, this one, I think they may be going for Bond. No, I think this one just fooling around. They don't even have the backup option set up. So I don't know what he's doing, so we can just ignore him because he doesn't even have 3 characters for the school bound for Karasuno either. I think now we're going to get less meta, some people fooling around now. So this one, you do have a school bound for Karasuno. So you do see Daichi still being played a lot, but mainly just for fulfilling that school bound with Karasuno players, okay? And once again, you see this duo. Okay, I think let's just go to the top 20 and then we can call it a day here. Once again, you see this trio of the 3 SP Summer Beach sim players, characters. And then number 19, Orakawa, quick spike, power spike team. And then you have, once again, Yushijima. This one's been more mix and match, I think, because you don't have that duo anymore in this one. Okay, now let's just wrap it up with a quick summary of the things we have seen so far today. So first of all, team playstyle, the meta seems to be very much based on Power Spiker, and with the setter either be Orakawa, or sometimes we are also seeing this trio of the 3 Summer SP character, in which case your SP Akashi is going to be the setter then. Now, in terms of team composition, vast majority of the time, people are just going for a full set of UR characters. However, we have also seen some occasions where people are going for Karasuno bond. This is the only school bond we have seen so far. And in those cases, they will be using Daichi as the SSR opposite hitter just to fulfill that bond. Now, in terms of synergy, we have seen a lot. I think a lot of time we are seeing the likes of a trio of characters with good bonds with each other. So, for example, this one we are seeing this trio of the 3 SP character, and another bond we are seeing a lot. What synergy we're seeing a lot. This is probably in like 80 or 90% of the team out there. It's going to be this duo HAIKYU of Hoshiyumi and also Hirogami. So definitely those are two characters you want to save up for. And then lastly, for the opposite hitter position, vast majority of the time what we are seeing is going to be Ushijima. And this, once again, I think is down to the team speciality. Because if you're going for a power spiking team, then obviously Ushijima is going to be your opposite hitter of choice. However, even for the receiving teams and also the blocking teams that we have seen so far, Ushijima is still going to be the choice even when the setter is not a power spiker. Now, if your team is actually a quick spiking team, as we have seen, first thing to note is that, first of all, we haven't actually seen the Miya twins together at all. It's pretty much always Kageyama as your UR setter. And then for the opposite hitter position, we have seen Osamu Miya. However, a lot of time because Kageyama is your UR setter, he's actually sometimes competing with this SSR version of Daichi purely because he can actually offer a school bond. So that's something else you also have to be aware of as well.